Chamber This Morning, presented by the Clinton Area Chamber of Commerce.
Good morning. Welcome to Chamber This Morning. Girl Clinton, we've got for the convention. And now, are you still the Convention and Visitors Bureau?
Yes, I think that at some point titles might change, but that's still my job. Yes.
All right. How's the stationery coming along? Got to use up all that old stationery?
We're working on it. Working on it.
Okay. A lot of things. You say music is going to be at the top of your list today.
Right. I was thinking about it on the way here, how I feel like Clinton does music really well. And not just Clinton, Fulton also. We have a lot of live music in this area. So even just this weekend already, there are 2 opportunities. So 1 o'clock, you can go down to Wide River Winery, and there's Travis Hosette is going to be there with live music at Wide River. And then Riverfront Marketplace, what time? 4 to 6 p.m. is Dave Kuckler. And he's going to be playing. So I think that's just super fun and just a little taste, because as we move into the rest of the year, of course, we have all kinds of music.
Now, the Wide River Winery, hard to say.
It is hard.
Wide River Winery, north of town, of course.
Yes.
Now, the marketplace, is that in the old Better Family Furniture location there on 2nd Street?
No, I believe this is the one up on 5th Avenue South.
On 5th Avenue
Riverfront
South.
Boutiques.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Okay, no, you're probably
but
right.
I think that's where it is.
I think
Riverfront
you're right.
Marketplace.
I think you're right. That is the one between 2nd and 3rd Street on 5th Avenue South. Okay,
and you kind
very
of have
good.
to walk into the storefront, and then there are multiple things there, and the coffee shop is there.
You know, we do have a lot of music, and of course, it won't be long when the summer months, and we'll have music downtown on Thursdays, I believe, right?
Right. Thursdays for Music on the Avenue, and that starts the very first Thursday in June and runs every week. I know they do June, July, and I think it's at least half of August.
And it won't be long. Finally, Fridays will be returning to the riverfront.
The first Friday of each month of the summer.
So this will be your second summer here in Clinton. So you get an opportunity to see this the second time around.
Right. And I did get to a couple of the music on the avenues, and, you know, you wander around the car show and see the fun things, and there's music going on, and it's just a fun, festive atmosphere.
Of course, your job is to sell Clinton to people from outside of the area. Right. How's that going?
Well, anecdotally, it seems to be going well. I don't have a whole lot of great ways to measure it, except for once a quarter, I get a check from the hotel motel tax. So that seems to be doing well. 2 quarters ago, we had a much better one than we anticipated. And my assistant and I both kept looking at it saying, what happened? We'll take it. That's great. But that's really our goal, is to let people know what's here so they can come and spend time. And, you know, here there's the American and Fulton. We want them in our area. So we know that if they stay here, it benefits our town. It benefits those of us that live here.
What other activities do we have coming up?
Well, more music in March. Not Wild Rose. Yes, Wild Rose. I was going to say not Wide River. Wild Rose. Too many W's. Yeah. But Wild Rose Casino is bringing back their concerts. So, of course, they used to have a whole lot of them. And then with COVID, that kind of died off. And then it was hard to get staff. They're back. So they're coming back. I believe March 26th is their first one. And it is Great White, which we were just talking about, hair band from the 80s, right? Right. So
everybody had big hair back in the 80s.
I looked at their recent picture, and 3 of the 4 still had hair. So I don't know if it's their real hair or but one of them wasn't even trying. So
well, I know we had Peter Frampton play down on our riverfront one year during Riverboat Days. And of course, Peter Frampton live, you know, he had that big hair, and he's like bald now.
Maybe he's in there, right? So maybe he was the one with the hat?
Well, no, he's not in that.
Oh, okay.
Peter Frampton, all by himself.
I don't know those things.
That's right. You grew up a very sheltered life.
Yeah, I grew up without that kind of music. Yes. But I'm learning, right?
Yeah. Now, the rivers didn't completely freeze over. There were some open areas there on the Mississippi River, but it won't be long that the river is really going to open up. And of course, I know that's a big selling point for you.
It's just huge. And, you know, the marina is making improvements. We're going to have extra slips and extra transient slips, which I didn't know what that was until I started this job because, of course, you don't usually think of the word transient as being a great word. It's fantastic when it comes to this. These are people, there's slips that are available for people who can come in from wherever. And a lot of people will dock and spend the night in their boats and be able to come into Clinton and see what we have.
You know,
That's
our
great.
riverfront is so beautiful. And of course, you got the candlelight down there. You're able to dine and look out upon the river. And as you pointed out, what they've done with the boat ramps down there is very, very good.
Mm-hmm. And they're just working on extending them. So it'll be even better. And they're working on moving the marina building where people are working down to where they'll actually have better access to the boat. So that way, when you come in for gas and stuff, there'll be somebody there.
Make it a lot easier, that's for sure. And of course, you know, won't be long. The theater will be getting underway, the Clinton Area Showboat Theater.
Absolutely. I think June 1st or June 2nd.
And then Prospect League Baseball will be returning.
Same.
And that is, I think, June 1st.
They're
well.
within, I believe, a day or two of each other, or maybe the same day, both the beginning of June.
So, you know, when people do contact you and they ask you about the various attractions in the city, what are some of your responses, Lesley?
So this is a great example. Yesterday, I had somebody contact me, and it's the class of 1962 from Clinton High School and Comanche High School getting ready to do their reunion this summer. And so as the Visitors Bureau, if you're planning a reunion that's going to bring people in here, I will be happy to pay for your postage to everybody that's out of town. So they bring in their materials and we throw in a one page that's got all of the hotels and I think it's restaurants on it. And so we throw that into theirs and send them out. So that's a perfect example. A lot of times people that contact me about reunions will say, well, this is the weekend. What's going on? So that's always fun. I get to talk about, I keep this giant calendar full of everything. And so I get to tell them what's on the calendar and then point them to places like the Sawmill Museum or the Windmill or the Lumber Kings or the Showboat. So it's pretty cool.
Now, have you heard from the Clinton High School class of 1972 yet? Because that is my graduating class. I was wondering if they got anything going on or not.
No, but if you get a hold of them, you can tell them to get a hold of me.
Well, if they get a hold of me,
Right.
they got to do that.
I mean,
first
I
of all.
think they should know where to find you.
Well, I would hope so. I would certainly hope so. Anything in closing you want to pass along before we let you go back out into the new snow?
Those are the big things. Go out this weekend, support local music, support The View has local music every weekend.
Yeah.
You know, go out and just support your community and bring somebody along with you.
People want to find out more information. How can they do that, Lesley
Social
Webster?
media, get on Facebook or Instagram and find Visit Clinton, Iowa or Visit Fulton.
All right. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
The Clinton Area Chamber of Commerce, an association of businesses organized to encourage a strong local economy and quality of life by promoting a well-balanced community, receptive business climate, sound government, and an informed membership. Chamber This Morning, a presentation of the Clinton Area Chamber of Commerce and KROS.
Check out the weather now, presented by the Clinton Midas.
The snow has come to